Imagine Dragons don't have a ton of albums, so I'll keep this short, but this is a ranking of every single one of their albums. So let's start right to the bottom. This is their worst album. In my opinion, it's Mercury Act 2, and yes, I'm going to separate them two because I think they're vastly different. So Mercury Act 2 is the one they released in 2022. I'm not a big fan of it. It's a very emotional one with tons of slow songs and some really, really great songs, like Higher Ground is really cool, and there's some other really cool ones, but I'll be honest, it seemed like an album that they made for themselves, which is great, and I love that they did do that, but there's so many slow songs, and I'll be honest, this isn't quite what I'm looking for in an album, but I'm still happy that they made this album. So at 6th, we've got Origins. In my opinion, it's not good, and I know in this video, where I ranked every single song that they've ever made, I said that Evolve is worse than Origins, but after looking at it again and comparing the average scores that the song got in that ranking, Origins came out lower, and yeah, Origins is slightly worse than Evolve in my opinion. It's way too poppy for me. You know, I like rock music, so I'm not really a fan of this style. You know, the Evolve Origins, quite more poppy style. Yeah, they've got some rock songs, but I'll be honest, it's not quite what I liked. There are some great songs, you know, Natural's really cool, there's some other really nice ones like Birds, but overall, a lot of the album songs were quite boring. Evolve is next for similar reasons. It's a bit too poppy, and it obviously has the biggest hits, like Believer's actually good, you know, I don't mind Believer at all. I think Mouth of the River's really cool. They've got some ones like, I don't know why, so many cool songs on this album now that I'm thinking about it, but there's also so many, like, weird ones that I'm not keen on. It's also home to the worst Imagine Dragons song of all time in my opinion. You can watch that video that I just talked about if you want to see what that is, and it also has Thunder, and I despise Thunder. Anyway, next we've got the newest album. Yes, this is Loom updated. So we've got Loom, and Loom is in 4th place. So I think Loom was a great album. They kind of returned, this is a new era for Imagine Dragons, I'm going to say. You know, they're going to continue, I hope, and this is going to be, you know, a big turning point for them, I'd say, you know, a big new style. And although they had some songs like Eyes Closed and Wake Up in a more normal style for them, you know, they've got songs like In Your Corner, really, really nice, Fire in These Hills. They've got some weird songs like new styles like Kid, and overall I think this was a really good album. Most songs on this album was good. Next we've got Mercury Act 1, and I think that this one was much, much better than Act 2. You've got, you know, the ones that went really viral, like Enemy, and then you've also got, like, Follow You and Cutthroat, that they both released by side. And by the way, I love that they did that. Like, Follow You's a very more upbeat song. It's really, really nice. I like it a lot. But right after that, they released, you know, together, they released Cutthroat, which is one of their most weird songs. It's, like, really pulled back, very raw, very, like, very intense. I think it's a really, really cool song, and you should definitely listen to it if you haven't already. It's also home to some of the best music they've ever made, like My Life and Dull Knives, and some of the best songs in my opinion. I think it's great, and of course it's still got some of those slow songs like you see more on Mercury Act 2, but Mercury Act 1 definitely has more of the you know, the epic songs in my opinion, which gives it 3rd place. So you knew the Night Visions and Smoke and Mirrors were going to be the 1st and 2nd place, but in which order? Well, in my opinion, Smoke and Mirrors gets 2nd, which means Night Visions is 1st. But before I talk about Night Visions, I just want to say Smoke and Mirrors, it's got some of the most unique songs they've ever made, so many different styles, things like It Comes Back to You, Dream, Smoke and Mirrors itself, which I love. You've got things like Gold, I'm So Sorry, Battle Cry. I love this album so much. It's a really, really good album, some of the best music they've ever made. Most songs are pretty good, although it did have a few ones that I didn't like. Of course there are going to be a few. I just love how many different styles are on this album, but it does not quite beat Night Visions. Night Visions was such a beautiful album. Basically every song on the album's good except Cha-Ching. I really hate Cha-Ching Till We Grew Older. I really don't like that song, but basically every other song was quite good, you know, decent, even if I'm not keen on it, like Working Man Every Night I'm not keen on, it's still, you know, a good song. So in other words, Night Visions is an absolute masterpiece. I think that most songs on that album is great. You've got things like Radioactive, Demons, you know, the really famous ones, underrated ones like Amsterdam, oh I love Amsterdam, Round and Round and Celine, oh they're so good. That's my ranking. Tell me your favourite one in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, drop a like down below. If you enjoyed my content, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.